Gretsch Guitarist has announced that they are expanding their Jim Dandy guitar line. Hey everyone, I'm Jack Fossett. Welcome to the channel. I do want to let you know up front, I don't have these to review. I just wanted to talk to everybody about these. I am actively trying to get my hands on some of these new Jim Dandies to do a review. But I wanted to talk to you all about it because I've done quite a few reviews of the Jim Dandy and the Jin Ricky, and I think what Gretsch is doing at least looks pretty cool. So I wanted to announce it to everyone just from my own channel and talk a little bit about what I see and what I think based on what I've checked out so far. So I actually have my Jim Dandy right here, and I again also have a Jin Ricky. Now the Jin Ricky is basically a Jim Dandy with a Deltoluxe pickup, and I think one of the things that Gretsch has done that's cool and pretty smart is they streamlined it. So there are now 3 new versions of the Jim Dandy, each with 2 models, or 3 new models, each with 2 versions, or however you like to say it. But you've got your basic Jim Dandy, right? And it looks pretty standard from what you've got here, right? It has a walnut fingerboard and bridge. It's sapele? I've heard it both ways. It's got that kind of wood for the body, and it's just cool, right? It is what it is. It's not trying to be anything that it's not. It's trying to pay homage to the cheap old catalog guitars that you used to order. And there is a, you know, right? It's just a fun little guitar. Yeah, it sounds thin, it sounds tinny, but that's kind of the point of it. It's owning up to what it is, which I think is a lot better than less expensive guitars that are kind of trying to pretend that they're some $10,000 Martin. It's just fun, it's comfortable, it's easy to pick up and play. Now the traditional Jim Dandy and Jin Ricky are parlor size, and they're still doing that, but the way that they've changed it is there's no longer a Jin Ricky, it's just the Jim Dandy and the Jim Dandy Deltoluxe. And I think that's smart because you don't need to have different model names. You just have kind of one model name and 2 versions. I think that streamlines it. It makes it a little bit easier because I don't think the Jin Ricky ever took off quite like the Jim Dandy did, even though that was the mod that everyone did on them. Everybody would, well, not everyone, but a lot of players would take the Jim Dandy and load one of those Deltoluxe pickups into it. So Gretsch was like, well, why don't we just offer one like that? So now you've got the Jim Dandy Parlor and the Jim Dandy Parlor Deltoluxe. And then you also have 2 other body shapes that offer those options. You have a concert body shape and a dreadnought body shape. I'm really interested to try these out, and I'll tell you the reason. The reason is because I wonder if it's going to stay in that realm of knowing what it is, or if it is going to try to be something that it's not. The Jim Dandy works for what it is. If it tried to be something else, it wouldn't work anymore. So I'll be really interested to play it and see kind of how they sit, where their value is. And one thing that I'm really interested in seeing, my one kind of gripe about these guitars that I've mentioned in a number of videos, is the string spacing is pretty narrow. So I want to see if they've cut the nut differently, and I couldn't find that in the specs anywhere. If anyone else was able to find the string spacing in the specs, I looked on a number of websites and I couldn't find it. But if you can find it, please certainly let me know. But for instance, on my Jin Ricky, I installed a new nut that was the same width, it fit right in, but the string spacing was wider, made the playing experience just way better. It's a much more comfortable guitar to play now. There's more room on the fingerboard than what the nut that it comes with allows. So I'll be really interesting to see if they have adjusted the string spacing or if they've kept that the same. Now I'm going to put links to them below where you can see all the specs of the new models. Those are also affiliate links. If you shop through those links, I get commission off of anything you buy through the link, whether it's the Jim Dandy or if you move on to something else, and it costs nothing extra to you, so that's a great way to support the channel. But let us know, what do you think of these new Jim Dandy models? What do you think of this new kind of direction of turning it into a whole series? Again, I'm going to do my best to get my hands on one or multiple of them to bring reviews to all of you. I still have my Jim Dandy, I still have my Jin Ricky, and they're really fun guitars, and I like having them around. It would be really cool to see Gretsch nail this and have it be kind of on par with that same sort of like inexpensive charm that they have. But it also could bomb, let's be honest. I mean, it could be something where it's trying to be something that it's not. Let's all just kind of wait and see. I'll try and get one as soon as I can for all of you. I'm Jack Fossett. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.